Hello there everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris Olmy and today we are playing some more Football Manager 2016 with Arsenal. We are still gunning for glory. Now, a few things to catch up on since the last video, and we're trying to get this done as quickly as we can. So let's go and take a look at the games first. I think some of you will have seen a few bits and pieces already, but from the last game then, that win over Man United where Alexis Sanchez basically tore the defence apart. 0-0 with QPR. You can see here we did play a fairly young side, kind of a rotational side really. Romero, Cazorla in midfield, Chambers got a game, as did Nostalgic, Donnarumma in the net, and Wilshere, Odegaard, Vlasic and Giroud up top. So I'm a bit disappointed in Giroud and Santi. They didn't lead the side the way I wanted them to, and we didn't get that win. Champions League, we went then with the full team once again. Ozil picked up a small injury, Sanchez with a couple of goals. You can see when we went to Everton, people have asked to see these lineups a little bit, because when I say rotational or young squad, you don't really know what I mean. So this is another rotational squad. The bench players: Donnarumma, Chambers, Nostalgic, Romero, Niles, Chamberlain, Odegaard, Vlasic, Giroud. None of those start for me. You know, I don't have a second left back, and I don't have another centre back that's ready to play. So Koscielny and Rodriguez have to play these games. But apart from that, it was a totally rotated side. 2 goals from Oxlade-Chamberlain, a late scare from Everton where they really pushed. Probably deserved a draw over the game, but we managed to get out with a win, so I'm happy there. Then you can see we went back to the first team with a couple of changes. You know, Ozil is out, so Odegaard came into the side, and a big 5-all away to Leverkusen. We were 3-1 up, so I was okay with it, but scary times, because first minute they score, we equalise. 18 minutes they score, we equalise. You know, 38 minutes we go ahead, 40 minutes they equalise. We get it straight back on an own goal. They pull it back and then go back ahead before the hour mark. And Odegaard actually, you know, the boy did well. You know, he came up trumps, he got me that goal right at the end. Defence and keeper played terribly. Captain Alexis Sanchez did not play well either. I'm a little bit disappointed in those. But we managed to sneak out of that one. So I was quite happy there. Away to Tottenham. Really needed to rotate people here as well. So you'll see we did play our first team pretty much, but we did use our subs quite well. We pushed Nostalgic in and dropped Koscielny to the bench. Cazorla started instead of Fred. So we tried to get some of the tired first team players out. Chamberlain kept his spot because, you know, he scored in the last game against Everton. He scored both goals. Now, another sort of scary game because Tottenham were looking dangerous. And we scored before half-time. They picked up 2 at the start of the second half, and we needed Mario Götze to rescue us towards the end. And then away to West Brom. This is what I mean when I say I played the kids. Donnarumma, Chambers, young Phil Stevens, Nostalgic, Kjorban Urvik, who played his first game for us, Romero, Cazorla, Chamberlain, Odegaard, Vlasic and Giroud up front. So you'll get a couple of first team players or squad players in there like Chamberlain, Giroud, Cazorla, Romero, Nostalgic, Chambers, but they're not regular first team members, and you litter it then with people like Phil Stevens and Corbin Urvik as youngsters. Donnarumma as a youngster, Chambers as a youngster, Odegaard, Vlasic are youngsters in my book. Let's take a look at the 2 you don't know and see what they look like in terms of quality. And it's not much. They don't look that good. They are not that good. If we kick report on for Kjorban, it says League 1 footballer, okay? So I'm playing with a 5-star silver player in a Premier League game away to West Brom at left back. But he did quite well. Kolbjorn did quite well. He's got some decent sort of stats here. Nothing too shaky, really. Nothing he's missing a lot. But that's kind of a youngster that I will play if I need to. And Phil Stevens as well came through our youth academy. So we're going to take a look, and he's another League One 5-star silver player right now. I like Phil a lot. I think he's got a lot of potential, a lot of good things about him. Young Englishman, you know, got to give him a game now and again. Played okay. You know, he did play okay, and we need to see his stats actually step up a little bit more. But for someone that came through the youth academy, I'm really happy to see him there. So that's kind of a youth game. The Tottenham game was kind of a sub game. And then Everton was kind of a reserve game, as was QPR. So that's kind of what I mean. I've had a few questions over that. Our next game, our commentated game today, is going to be that Champions League first semi-final, because the draw was made, and boy oh boy. Oh boy. Let's take you back to the quarterfinals. You can see United lost to Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Juventus, only a goal in it there, and Real Madrid hammered Chelsea. So I was expecting one of the two English sides to make it through. I did expect Juventus to make it through their tie, of course, but it doesn't get much more difficult than this. So Juventus were drawn out, and I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I want Juventus. And then they got drawn against Barcelona. I'm like, oh, do I want to be home? I don't know. But that's a tough competition to win this season. You know, we got a little bit lucky with Leverkusen. Okay, I think we can beat Real Madrid. They're a good side, but I think we can beat them. Juventus, Barcelona, hey, that's not going to be easy for either side there, and we're going to have to play the winner of a very good team if we can beat Real Madrid. So that's where we're going to start things here. We're just going to jump over the Premier League, and you can see with 3 games left to play, 9 points on offer. Man City have 75 points in second place. United, a little bit of a collapse. You know, they're 2 wins, 3 losses in the last 5. Spurs and Man City join us with 3 wins, 2 draws in our last 5. Southampton actually picking up a little bit of room there, but they're pushing out Liverpool for 5th. Chelsea have overcome Brighton for 6th right now. Brighton not playing so well towards the latter stages. Luckily holding off Everton and Stoke right now. And I'm hoping that they can at least sort of finish in the top 10. There's a few teams that could catch. Leicester absolutely bombing on at the end of the season. Bolton trying to save themselves by playing immensely well. And West Brom collapsing as well. So interesting to see where the form teams are. Leicester in mid-table, moving away from the relegation zone. Bolton trying to get out, and Southampton clawing their way back into European football. But right now, we need to focus on the Champions League. But 1 point in any of our last 3 games would put it to goal difference. I think we're well enough ahead on goal difference to not worry about it. So unless Man City go perfect, we need 1 more point. We've got Stoke at home in between the Real Madrid games. We got Bolton at home after the Real Madrid games. We got Brighton away from home. They're not in good form. Now, I did say a little injury to Mesut Ozil. Remember, he got injured sort of in this first leg against Leverkusen. And, yeah, not the best. He's still out for another 7 to 9 weeks. Yeah, we lost him like for the season in that Leverkusen game. I'm not too worried. We do have youngsters who can play that attacking midfield role and play it particularly well, I believe. So we're just going to have to go on with that. I would have loved to have him against Real Madrid and in the Champions League. But as far as the league is concerned, I think we're okay. So you can see now, Top goal scorer, Romelu Lukaku, 29 goals. Our highest average rating is Mario Götze, 8.41. Most assists, Hector Bellerin on that right back spot, 28 for him. Best passer this season though, Jack Wilshere's hit 82% completion. Romelu Lukaku's picked up 8 Player of the Match awards. Koscielny and Laporte at the back, 4 yellow cards apiece. Let's take a little bit more look at the stats. Yep. So you can see, first team, we've got some really good players in here at the moment. Sadly missing Alexis Sanchez, who's really a huge player this season for us. Potentially though, we do have the players to kind of get back through, so not too much development from the last video there. Age of the squad is something as well I like to point out, because you have Cech and Cazorla leave us, Koscielny and Giroud leave us this season. Maybe next season, season after, we get rid of Ozil, Sanchez and Pato. You know, we're clearing up the top end, which are some good players, you know, some really good players. We do then need the youngsters to come in, so it's important to make sure you've got the potential players to replace your aging stars in the first team. And I think we just about do. Games this season, Koscielny's played more than anyone else. Ricardo Rodriguez second, that's why I do need more cover at left back. Koscielny, I could play a little bit less and play Laporte and Nostalgic together. I've promised Nostalgic more first team games, so there is that to consider as well. Let's make sure he's a rotation player for now. Goals this season, Lukaku ahead of the pack. Alexis Sanchez not far behind as that second striker. It really is a lovely combination to get a good striker up front and an attacking midfielder that knows how to play behind. Nearly gave Liverpool a league title when Gerrard was playing behind Torres, and of course when Gerrard was playing behind Luis Suarez as well. It's a very, very effective sort of formation if you can get 2 of them on the score sheet. We have. Then Chamberlain actually stepping up, scoring tons of goals this season. He is the man who steps up in place of Mesut Ozil for this run-in. Very successful season for him. And Giroud, good start, but really did fall off. He is wanted at the moment. I don't know who by, so let's go quickly check that out. Juventus, okay, we could get 20 million for Olivier. That would be lovely. Bellerin's 28 assists in 38 games is just obscene. We've got 16 assists for Alexis Sanchez, 14 for Mario Götze, the 2 wide players in our attacking midfield 3. Good to see the rest of the team kicking in though. You know, Nostalgic not got an assist. He's the only one that's played a few games and hasn't. 1 game for Niles, he hasn't got an assist or a goal either. If we do look back at goals as well, you can see that quite a lot of people have got goals. Everybody that's played more than 10 that isn't Nostalgic, again, has got on the score sheet. Unless they're a goalkeeper. So every outfield player, I should say. The Player of the Match awards, Lukaku, Götze, Sanchez, Chamberlain. You know, again, when I've needed him, the Ox has come up big for us. I cannot deny that. So I'm really thinking of keeping him now, unless we get a huge bid of like 40 million or something. I think we've got to keep Ox on the bench because he's just performing. He's convinced me. Like him and Fred have surprised me this season, and fair play to the both of them. Average rating. Discount Niles, that's 1 game into his career. Mario Götze, top of the pack though. You got Sanchez, Lukaku, Bellerin, Fred, Chamberlain. Like I say, those 2 have really surprised me. Kind of expected big numbers from the rest of them. Ozil, Cazorla, Ramsey. Pato's played well when we've called upon him, but really he was just a free transfer pickup for backup, and he's doing that quite well. You know, Wilshere's in that role as well. Koscielny, Laporte, not bad centre-backs to start with. Nobody really concerning either. I think things are going well recently. Goalkeeper's not playing great. Couple of people not really showing up over the last few games. But at the top end of the pitch, you've got Ozil, Lukaku, Sanchez, Götze, my front four. They are in fine form. Bellerin's been playing well as well all season long, so it's not a surprise to see him up there. So 1 point wins the league out of our last 3 games. It's probably going to be youngsters in between this Real Madrid game and for the game after. Maybe rotate it so that we get a better squad for the final game away to Brighton and seal up the title then if we haven't already. But first is Arsenal at home in the Champions League semi-finals against Real Madrid. Madrid are a very, very tough team, but here we can do something. Juventus will play Barcelona in the other semi-final. I believe Barcelona actually won the competition last year, so that goes to show exactly sort of how dangerous a team they are. So we're going to push Chamberlain out on the right as a support. Attacking midfield attack from Mario Götze down the middle. We're going to stick with shadow striker Alexis Sanchez. It's been his go-to role. Romelu Lukaku up front. I'm hoping there's goals there. Götze and Chamberlain normally play well. Fred and Romero, I think we need to make sure they play well. I did kind of mess with the formations a little bit last time. So we kind of need to go back up to where we were. Oh no, structure's fine. What about fluid? No, maybe structured against Real Madrid. Why not? So I think that was right. That seems right. That seems right. Maybe not close down Real Madrid as much. That might give us a decent chance there to win. We're going to go back to fullback. Attack on Hector Bellerin. Wing back. Defend for Ricardo. Ball playing defend there. We're going to go with a... Oh, what's Romero going to play? If he plays that deep lying defend... and then Fred goes back in the attacking minded centre midfield position. What else do I want to do here? I think that's about set up right. I kind of had to tailor the tactics for the last game. So I think that puts us back where we want to be. Let me go pick my bench. So Giroud. Attacking midfield is going to be Ødegaard. Attacking midfield centre is going to be... Who are we going to have? I think we're going to go with Vlasic in there. And then centre midfielder Aaron Ramsey, who's actually fit and should be playing. So we're going to take out Lucas Romero. That's better. That gives me a bit more confidence now. That gives me a little bit more confidence. And Koscielny on the bench with Callum Chambers. I think that's about as good as it gets. Koscielny should actually be in instead of Laporte. With Nostalgic there replacing him on that side. So that's good. This should be a central defender defend. Lovely. That's better. Okay then. Real Madrid at home. Can we do something here in this first leg of the Champions League semi-final? This is going to be a tough game. A really, really, really tough game. But, yeah. I think we've done well to get to the semi-finals this season. I'd love to get to the final. I'd love, of course, to win it, but Oh, just look at that team. Okay, Navas doesn't worry me too much in goal. Marcelo, he's got some defensive frailties. Ramos has got discipline problems. Varane is an absolute beast. Danilo, I'm not scared of. So, at the back, being protected by Casemiro, who I don't really rate very highly. I think it's only Rafael Varane who I am sort of worried about. Centre midfield, Kroos and Modric is filthy. Wingers of Bale and James Rodriguez, filthy. Ronaldo up top, filthy. That is a scary front and midfield. I think they've got the edge on us because we've got to drop down to Chamberlain instead of Mesut Ozil, and we've got Fred in central midfield who doesn't compare to Toni Kroos or Luka Modric. Defensively and goalkeeper, I think we do edge it. I really think we do. I think man for man we're kind of better. I'd take Rodriguez over Marcelo, Bellerin over Danilo, Ramos, Koscielny, those are kind of similar. Nostalgic Varane, I'd probably take Varane, and Petr Cech I would take over Navas. So really it's kind of close. Their bench, Casilla, Hector, Isco is going to be dangerous, Benzema is going to be dangerous, Villa is going to be dangerous, Carvajal can be dangerous, and Ziyech as well. We got some good players on the bench, but really their bench is more scary. Some of their players are more scary overall. We're at home. I'm really, really hoping that we can do this. So never tightly mark them. But let's try and wind up Ronaldo a little. Let's shut down their wingers, and we'll shut down their fullbacks as well. Casemiro will go in hard on. We're going to close down the goalie, of course. And then we're going to show everybody onto their weaker foot. Let's deselect. There we go. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. I don't want to sit on Rodriguez or Bale because they might be switching wings. They might be doing some weird stuff. And yeah, press them too much and they will destroy you anyway. Same with Ronaldo up front. But yeah, you know, there's not much I can do about that. I'm not going to leave a striker unmarked. I don't believe in that kind of thing on FM. So, yeah, we're the underdogs, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Defense, assertively, let's go. Midfield, calm, let's go. Strikers, passionate, let's go. Okay, so Ricardo Rodriguez looked deep in thought, which I'm okay with. He's marking James Rodriguez to start with, so that should be an interesting battle. Bale versus Bellerin is a pace war. You know, Bale could get something really good out of that. Lukaku up front, don't listen keenly. Everyone's happy except Fred, who seems motivated. So I'm okay there. Let's go into player roles. Fewer risky passes, roll it out. Good. Let's put you on James Rodriguez. Let's put you on Gareth Bale. And Alexis Sanchez. Do I want to do this? I don't know. On Danilo. Sanchez on Danilo. I think so. I think I'm going to need to do this. And then Oxlade, use your good acceleration to catch up when Marcelo goes forward. And just try and shut him out of the game as well. Right. That's all good. That's all good. Let's get into the game. Wish me luck. This is a big, big game. I don't expect to win this game. And I don't expect to be going through to the final. When I got drawn against Real Madrid, they were the one I would have rather not faced out of the three. But, you know. Oh, Fred. Unlucky. Nice to see him do well there. Nice to see the boys doing well, retaining their shape with that structure. Being at home. Being the attacking team. Oh, penalty, ref. Penalty. Why did we just leave Ronaldo get that? I don't know. Nicely cleared up and poorly delivered there as well. And here you see how fast, my defence has to scramble to get back in position to shut down Gareth Bale here on the left. They do seem to be very sort of one-sided when they're attacking. The opposition winger comes infield, it seems. They don't seem to hold their width as much as we do, despite the fact that they're playing with wingers and we are not. Koscielny does well. Come on, I want more width. Right. Oh, Lukaku got behind the defence and just drills it wide of the post. I mean, all these chances that we're not taking advantage of, I'm not a big fan of it. Alexis Sanchez there almost got through. Almost. Oh, Fred, crunching tackle. Alexis gives it away again, and Ronaldo gets in behind his man. Oh, Fred. Good boy, Fred. But this is definitely not what we want to see. Now, Ricardo Rodriguez gets rid of it. Good boy, Ricky. Good boy. So, hey. Oh, passing is terrible. Oh, passing has been absolutely terrible. Shorter passing. Let's lower down the tempo. And let's stop trying to pass into space. Let's pass into feet because we're giving away this ball way too much in this opening sort of quarter of an hour. And that does scare me. Alexis Sanchez, beautiful ball to Hector Bellerin, but a bad first touch. And here comes Bale up to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's got the legs now. He's just going to run all the way, give it to Danilo. And Ronaldo sneaks in front there of Nostalgic and gives them the lead. The counter-attack for Real Madrid is really dangerous, and they've just proved it there. Bad first touch. Okay, leave Marcelo go then. I mean, Götze, Nostalgic. Oh, come on. Like, he really should have had that. And man marking here doesn't seem to be going our way, really. Oh, Lukaku, play the ball to feet. Oh, my God. They're not listening to my instructions. They're not listening to my instructions. We get away with it. We get a goal. Aggressive. Concentrate. I don't think we are concentrating here. But 30th goal of the season. 29th assist for Hector Bellerin as well. I think I'm going to go defensive here because we seem to be doing quite well until we're trying to go forward too much. It breaks down there. Again, Bellerin at fault. Gives it away to Gareth Bale. Now you can see Ronaldo, you can see these are past my men, so they're going to have an overlap. And Luka Modric thankfully skews that wide. Okay, Oxlade-Chamberlain, but again a bad ball. Lukaku. Hector Bellerin. He's scared to run at people. Chamberlain to Bellerin. Cuts inside. Oh, very wasteful. A good run though. A nice option to come inside there. And really right now, I just want to go to half-time. Alexis Sanchez puts that one just over the bar. Come on, ref. Keep booking them. Alexis Sanchez gets another chance. He puts that one over the bar. Bellerin, Chamberlain, Fred, Mario Götze puts that one wide of the post. We're wasting these chances at the end of this first half. Ramsey to Fred. Oh, see, I thought the quick ball outside would have got a cross in, giving us a chance assertively. I'm far from pleased, boys. I am far from pleased. You need to be playing better than this. Come on. No, Nostalgic. See, looking nervous, doesn't respond well, not been playing well. Ricardo Rodriguez alongside him as well. not really doing what he needs to do. Stay wider, I think, and cross more often. Let's see if we can't get this. He's already doing that. You can cross from deep. You don't need to get as far forward. I do need you to stay wider though, and shoot less often. I don't want you absolutely hammering that ball at the net. I don't think we need to. Mario Götze, dribble, shoot. Rome, I don't need you to be holding that position too much right now. Moving the channels a bit more for you. And Alexis, I need to shoot more. So let's hope that this actually gets us back into the game. I don't know, I think we've played okay. I think we've held Real Madrid to a decent sort of decent first half there. They hit on the counter, we got Bellerin to Lukaku to equalise. We've had the more chances, we just haven't managed to get the job done yet. I'm kind of scared that that will come back and haunt us, but the start of that first half, as well as the end of the half actually, we did really well. Bellerin there. See, Chamberlain not really on the same page, but Bellerin does well early. Maceo gets booked, that's nice. That's Casemiro and Maceo booked. They're defensive-minded players. That might sort of give us a bit more room up front. And there's Sergio Ramos getting booked. Sanchez to Fred. Back to Alexis Sanchez. Oh, what a tackle. I don't know who that was, but that was horrible. On the line! Oh my God. That should have been a goal. Aaron Ramsey. Oh. Why could that not have gone in? Hector Bellerin. And he's fighting here for it. Chamberlain, Bellerin. Oh, and it's going to come back to Ronaldo. But there's Koscielny tidying up at the back. That's a wasted chance for us. Gareth Bale has gone off. I press spacebar. Stop the game. Gareth Bale has gone off. Isco has come on. Let's check and see how that's going to affect things. So not really too much. Not Hector. Come on. So, never always. And hard for Isco. Let's get him a bit marked out the game. You see down this right hand side where Bellerin is going, where Thing is going as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's 3 bookings in that defence. You know what that means? That means I don't want Oxlade-Chamberlain anymore. That means I want Martin Odegaard. I want him running down that wing and cutting in a little bit. Do I want to play as a winger? I think I do, actually. I think I want to play as an inside forward attack out there. Keep that width, test Maceo, cut inside, and if Casemiro's coming back, maybe do something there. If not, cut in, run at Ramos, who's also on a booking inside the box, and try. We saw Oxlade-Chamberlain and Bellerin getting in this area with a left-footed Odegaard against his old club. Maybe that curls into the far post. So we're looking for something there. Nostalgic did decent, but you are out of the team. Aymeric Laporte, much better player, much more fit, and that's what we need to do there. Third sub, I don't know yet. This is a bit late to be doing subs for me, but it looks like Real Madrid maybe are coming at us a little here. But I think this does help us. And look at that, Maceo off for Hector, and James Rodriguez leaves the pitch as well. Ooh. So left back, Jonas gets shut down in case he wants to come forward. Isco's gone up front. Yes, sir. Okay. And Carlos Vela. No, why do I get the feeling that these are all going to be rotating? Why do I get the feeling that all three are going to be rotating? And in that case, I got to shut them all down. I got to trust that my defense can pick up each one in turn, and yeah, they're going to be rotating a lot, aren't they? So Mark Titus, so whoever's out there, you mark. How about that? Will that work? I don't know if this will work. But right now I think that's better. I do think that's better. Do I need Aaron Ramsey playing? Do I need him playing defensively? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. Do I drop one player back? Do I limit Fred somehow? I don't know. What you got here, Fred? What you got here? What can you do for me? A regista? Maybe a regista? I think so. I think so. And then Ramsey slots in here as an advanced playmaker support. Alexis, I guess we can just go out wide with you. Play you as an inside forward support. Maybe that works. Maybe. I'm not a big fan of the formation, but it puts people in good positions for what we need to do in this game. So, let me think. What's the worst that could happen in that situation? They got two defensive midfielders. Now, they've got two defensive-minded central midfielders at the moment. They're not pushing forward very much apart from a counter-attack. The defensive midfielder just sits there, so Mario Götze is going to be tied up. Fred can help cut out those counter-attacks. Him and Ramsey anyway are there. Okay. Regard that sort of pins back their fullbacks, means that we're one-on-one with our defenders on their front three, with a player left over. If Ronaldo, whoever, drops deep, we've got Fred there to pick him up. Just scares me there, wingers picking up the balls in these kind of areas and running, but we kind of give that up anyway. I don't think there's too much to worry about in that case. So let's react to theirs. Martin Odegaard. Oh, Laporte doesn't get there. Mario Götze. And Navas actually keeps hold of it. More direct approach, okay. Mario Götze gets free. Aaron Ramsey, unlucky. Odegaard. There we are. Hector dives in there, gives up the throw-in, keeps possession deep. So, what do we do? One last sub to change the game. One last sub. I think it's got to be Romero on for Mario Götze. I'm not going to give things up at this stage in the game. So, I'm going to drop back to a deep-lying deep-lying playmaker defend on Aaron Ramsey, advanced playmaker support on Fred to give us a little bit more in that midfield. Back to a more recognisable sort of formation matching up with theirs. Romero will sit back as a regista there. Bellerin, I'm actually going to drop back to support. Ricardo Rodriguez, full-back support. Keep that line a bit more intact. And Lukaku leading that line. So Alexis Sanchez. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to go there as well on an attack. Calm, I got faith in you, Lucas Romero. So, hopefully that keeps them quiet. We still got our front players to do the damage. But we don't want to let them just play free, which is kind of what this is all about. But Danilo there, nobody picks him up. Carlos Vela, better check there. I'm guessing my wingers are fairly attack-minded, so they're not going to come back and pick up the odd man out wide. We're going to finish this match as we started it. So let's see. Aymeric Laporte. Captain Alexis Sanchez couldn't get it done there on his weaker foot. Not the best. Rodriguez shuts down Ronaldo there in injury time. Come on now, boys. Don't give this up at the death. Oh, Lucas Romero. You scumbag. Don't do that to me. Yes, he kind of makes up for it there with a crunching tackle at the end with Ramsey to shut this down. So 1-1 at home, I think, you know, you proved a lot of people wrong there. Very happy with you, Hector. Very, very happy with you. Rest of the team played okay, not too bad. We've given ourselves a chance. We've got to go out to Spain and actually get the job done. We battered Real Madrid there. They hit one counter-attack, which they scored from. We had a lot of chances that we did not take. That might prove costly. But overall, I'm very happy with the team's performance and just the fact that we're still in that competition. So, we've got a big game coming up. In the next video, it will be the second leg against Real Madrid. I think that's the best place. Wait, why? Game plays. Thank you. Yeah, that will be the place where I think we're going to pick it up. So, thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do like the video. Click it, that thumbs up button. You know what to do. Subscribe if you are new. You don't want to miss any content here. If you want to know what's going on with the channel, any changes, scheduling, when a new video comes out, then you can also follow me on Twitter where all that goes live, at ChrisArmy on there. We've got a big test now out in Spain. Champions League semi-final, second leg. We could do it. We've got the opportunity, but it's a tough prospect that we face. Real Madrid at home, you know, at the Bernabeu. Not an easy team. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. I hope you come back, watch the second leg here as we take on one of the world's best, as we try and gun for glory in Europe. We hopefully will have the league title sewn up in that next match. All the updates and more in the next video. Until then, I've been Chris Army. Thanks very much for watching. I do appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves.